All right, let's get started. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Drop me a line in chat. Let me know audio's good. Hopefully everything's well. We got a lot to talk about. Hey Dan, hey Craig. Alexander G, thank you for the membership drop. Appreciate you as always. Steven, 12 months. Crazy. Thank you. I did see your message. There are a few other members. I know Vistang GPU Risers is a member. I'm sure everybody's spending time with their families today, but I appreciate everybody dropping in. Panda, what's up? Guess I will make you a mod, I guess. If I must. Mr. Superstar. All right. So we'll let people pile in, but one of the things I wanted to do is we did hit 6,500 subscribers. I wanted to give a giveaway and also wanted to show some support to Amy Loves Crypto. So there is a pinned message in the chat to her latest video. I want you to go over there, subscribe to her, leave a like, and leave a comment. Put hashtag RMT anywhere in the comment. Just make sure it's a positive comment. And what we're going to be giving away here in about a half hour, we'll run comment picker, and I'm going to be giving away a mystery box of GPU mining gear. So it's going to be things like, hey, what's up, Wick's wife, what's up? So it will consist of some veteran miner braided GPU cables. Actually, the ones that were made, hey Amy, were made last year. So if you guys were at Mining Disrupt last year, there were Flux branded 8-pin PCIe power cables. There'll be a couple of those in that box. There will be the bright green, which is the closest you're going to get to glow in the dark. That one I think is a 6-pin to 6-pin. And then there's also a blue 6-pin to 6-pin, or purple rather, that'll be in there. And then there'll be a bunch of like PCIe splitters, risers. It'll just basically be filled with a bunch of random goodies for GPU mining rigs. I know, Craig, I know you want the glow in the dark. I know. Oh boy, we got Emma. Yeah, Emma, no video today. But Emma needs to be a member because we have the oval boar emoji and we also have the fuzzy cow emoji. Emma's missing out. All right, let's talk today's announcement from Osprey. So today, Osprey announced that they've been working on a new reballing process, and they've had really good success with it. And what this means is you're now going to be able to reball starting in August a whole plethora of FPGA chips that weren't supported before will now be supported in the E100, E200, and E300 hash boards. And so real quick, I just kind of wanted to go over that because they are first in the industry to be able to accomplish this. So when they did the VU9P and VU13P reballing that happened last year and into this year, Stephen, thanks for another drop, appreciate it. When they did that reballing, there was a lot of failure rates in that process. Some of those were chip related, some was just the reballing process. And so they were able to rework that throughout this year. And they now have a new process that will allow you to reball allow them to reball VU7Ps and VU11Ps along with the 9Ps and 13Ps. So that is kind of what their latest announcement is. And in addition to it, previously it had to be a very specific footprint of the VU9P and VU13P. They've now extended those footprints in this new reballing process. So what they have is, I'm going to pull this up. This is the chart. So there are, when you're looking at FPGA chips, and I've got a couple examples I'm going to pull up. And so if we take a look at the VU7P first. Thank you, Alexander. Appreciate you as always. And all set. Appreciate you guys. So the VU7P, this is what the chip looks like. You can buy these on eBay today. In fact, this seller has them for $500. And when you're looking at these, you're going to see a footprint number here. So this is going to be A2104. And if you hop on over and you look at their spreadsheet, A2104, B2104, C2104, and D2104. These will all work in the reballing process. So you'll be able to use any of these to do the reball. Same thing with the 9P, the 11P, and the 13P. And most of these you can get with the exception of the 11P. So 7Ps are about $500 on eBay right now. The 9Ps you can get for between $700 and $1,000. You can also get these from the Squirrel BCU 1525 cards. They can be reballed off of those. That's what Mikkel recently did. And then unfortunately, there are no 11Ps right now on eBay. And so you can get them on AliExpress. They're stupid expensive. Would not pay this much for a V11P. But eventually, if these do pop up on the secondhand market, then this is also a viable option. And this is the cheapest option I could find. Most of them, if you get a DigiKey, they're 50 grand a pop. And so the last one is the 13P. And because they have now expanded the print that you can use, you're able to use some of the cheaper ones now that are available. So before you had to use the 13P, the D series, or I think the H series, and they've now extended that into A, B, and C. So you can actually buy these for $545, which are a really good price. And so thanks, Stephen, appreciate it. The reballing for these is supposed to go live in August. So it's not on the website yet. If you hop on over to Osprey, they have the pre-order for the control board, and they have the old listings for the reballs. The new ones aren't there yet. Those are supposed to come next month. So those is all still brand new. Everything's still kind of happening. We're still getting updates. They still do have the Oval Board Tech Edition E100 V33P. That is this unit. So anybody that orders that, it will come with the Oval Board Tech Edition nameplate on it. And I think Mikkel has discount codes. I don't have discount codes for Osprey directly, but I think Crypto Mikkel does on all his videos. Let's see here. Just scrolling through chat real quick. Appreciate all the membership drops. Thank you guys so much. All right. Next thing I wanted to talk about is actually the Squirrel Acorn. I don't know if Mikkel's in here or not, but Mikkel sold me. So Mikkel sold me one of his Squirrel Acorns a couple months ago. And if you're not aware, the Squirrel Acorn was a product that launched in 2018. Squirrel made an FPGA that was supposed to be a GPU accelerator. So it was supposed to provide some additional. Mikkel is here. Hey, Mikkel. So the Squirrel Acorn was supposed to provide GPU acceleration for mining. So it was supposed to kind of offload some segments of mining to the FPGA, and then the rest of it would run on a GPU on the system. But that did not work. And so it's just one of those things that they released the hardware, They never released the software, and the community did create a couple miners for it. And the biggest miner, or the biggest coin for that, was Denarius, which Denarius died. It's now in the graveyard. It no longer exists. However, there is another coin that you can mine on that same algorithm. And this is what I have been mining for the past couple months with the Squirrel Acorn. And it is Innova. A lot of people are not familiar with this coin. In fact, this pool was offline for the longest time. I'm running my own private pool for this coin on my network, which is actually over here. We're running it through YIMP. And we've got, let me pull up the wallet. We're still hitting tons of blocks. You can see in the past minute, we've hit 3 blocks. I did have 100% of the hash rate on this coin for the past month and a half or so. Another farm looks like has come online. The Squirrel Acorns get about 30 mega hash on this coin. So either a black miner, F1 came online, or somebody with a bunch of squirrels, or somebody's trying to GPU mine it. This pool is in Germany, so if let me give this a refresh. And then, so right now I have all of the unreported hash rate. So I am currently getting around 25% of the blocks right now. This is a coin that was supposed to be proof of work only for the first few thousand blocks. And then it was supposed to go to proof of stake and masternode. They delayed the cutoff of proof of work. So they've extended the blocks. So it will be mineable for another couple years. And you can still run masternodes with it. You can, there's a bunch of stuff that you can do with it. And it's probably the most feature-rich wallet I have ever seen. Let me see if I can pull it up here. So this is actually the wallet that I'm mining to. You can see I'm getting about, it fluctuates between 5 and 15 coins every hour. Yeah, I'll go over the emissions here in a minute. And what you're going to notice on this wallet is it's super feature rich in that it's got stats in it. It's got the blockchain info in it. And you can kind of see here, they tell you what the masternode wallet is. They give you the divide. So it's 65% of the block reward does go to masternodes. And then the rest goes to either the stakers or the proof of work block. So when the blocks are solved, it's either proof of work or proof of stake. It's not 3-way split. So miners or stakers at this point are getting 35% of the block reward rather. And then collateral nodes, this will show you all of the master nodes. This is typical. But then they also have a few things. So they have NVS, which is kind of like their identity system that they had built into this. They also have Hyperfile. And so this is essentially their integration into IPFS. So this has a lot more as well. And then they also have proof of data, which is really cool, where you can basically upload a file, put a hash on it, and any time somebody can come in and validate that that file still exists. And then their market stuff really isn't working that well anymore. I think they used to be on CoinMarketCap, but I think now they're just on CoinGecko. And then they also have a messaging platform where through the blockchain, you can send messages. So this is what like Pigeon Coin was trying to accomplish back in 2018, 2019. So this is all built into their wallet. And then staking, the staking is really cool. It gives you your projected probability for each of your UTXOs on finding a staking block within a set time period. So you can see within the next 10 minutes, I have a 55% probability for this UTXO to hit a block. And then if you stretch that out to 24 hours, you're going to see it's like 100% all the way down through. And that's mainly just because I've been mining this thing for 2 months now. And so a lot of these UTXOs are staking. And the other thing is if we go to coin control, you'll see it is actually, it doesn't have auto combine rewards in the RPC, but what it is doing is it's combining and splitting all the UTXOs as it deems necessary to optimize the staking rewards. So you don't have to do combine, you don't have to do split, anything like that. What I actually started with a UTXO of like 1,000 coins to see how it would handle it. And then it gradually split, and then it would merge them back together, and then it would split them back out. It does it all automatically, and it's all in wallet staking. There's no type of delegation or anything like that. So similar to Varus, everything is in wallet. All right, Dan, you wanted to see mining pool stats. So it's Innova. It is on the Tribus algorithm. So Denarius was the only other one that was on this before. Wrong screen. Sorry, would you want to see speed target? Still showing mining pool stats. Oh, sorry guys. Let me switch back to the wallet. My bad. Give me 1 second. All right, let's go over that real quick again. All right. Sorry about that. All right, so back to the wallet. I know, Steven. I know. All right, so I'll cover this super quick. So this is the wallet, and these are the tabs I was just talking about. So the collateral nodes will give you just a list of basically master nodes and what their current rank is. And then NVS, this is their identity protocol, similar to like Namecoin. And then Hyperfile, this is their IPFS integration, where direct from the wallet, you can upload to IPFS if you want. And then you can also do a timestamp verification if you want from there. The proof of data, this is similar. This allows you to validate that a file still exists and also validate the timestamp that file last was modified. And then the market, this is a part I was mentioning that I don't think they're on CMC anymore, but they're still on CoinGecko. You can go to CoinGecko and see all their prices. They used to have a block explorer linked here. This doesn't really work that well from what I could tell. And so I just go to their web explorer. And then messages, this is the part I was talking about where you can establish a conversation and send messages back and forth between two wallet addresses. So this is kind of what like Pigeon was trying to accomplish with their wallet. And then the staking, this is what I was showing. There is the ability to stake or to see your projected staking within the next 10 minutes. You can see 54% chance that I'll hit a staking block with that UTXO. And if we jump to 24 hours, we can see most of those are going to be 100, with the exception of this one, which is too young, that I probably just got a staking reward on. And then if we go 7 days, you can see that one flips to 100% because it will be a mature transaction by then. So this is what I'm mining with the Squirrel Acorn right now, that little FPGA. And it only consumes 5 watts of power. So everything that I've been mining for the past 2 months has been virtually, don't talk to Pigeon Coin. It'll be fine. You'll be fine. I'm still running Pigeon nodes. I am. Don't be talking. Don't be dissing Pigeon Panda, all right? No, yeah, Pigeon is one of those things that I don't know what to say, and I can talk about what I'm doing with Pigeon right now, and that'll make Panda even angrier. So we might do that here in a little bit. Just as a reminder, we are in a giveaway pinned in the chat. Make sure you hop over to Amy's video, leave a comment, include hashtag RMT, and in about 10 minutes, we'll be running comment picker and picking a winner to get a GPU mining mystery box. So we will be doing that. All right. Yeah, so the Squirrel Acorn, it's the one that plugs into, here I can pull up a picture of one. It's the one that plugs into a M.2 slot. In fact, if you look on Amazon, you can see a similar item, but it will not work for hashing. So you may have seen these covered on various videos. Mikkel did several videos on this. Vega, SerpentX did several videos on it. Bosk did videos on it. There was a lot of hype around it when Squirrel was still around. And you can get essentially the same board with a different firmware on Amazon today, but it will not work with the miners. It'll only work with third-party tools like LightX and not really the mining bit streams that we have. We haven't figured out a way yet to directly apply it. I've been in talks with the company that's making them because they're using the original Squirrel Acorn PCB. All the internals are the same. It's just that the firmware is different. And we're still trying to figure out if there's a way that we can directly load the... Oh, yes, Panda did lots of Squirrel negativity videos as well. Mr. Negativity here. So he did some, and Panda, you also did you're one of the few that had the AM01. Hey, Altrek, thanks for stopping in. The AM01 is also another one that can mine this coin. Panda, I don't know if you have that or if you gave it to Mikkel or gave it to somebody else, but that FPGA can mine it, can mine this coin as well. I tried getting my hands on one. Yeah, you go that way. Okay, yeah. So Mikkel, if you're still here, the AM01 can mine this Tribus algo. You have to, within the app, the script that they give you that you run in Linux, you have to manually specify the pool info or it'll default to their profit switching pool. But as long as you do that, you should be able to make that thing mine. And if I remember right, the hash rate was pretty decent on that. Double check and see what that was. I think it's around the same. So this is the Atom miner. This is the FPGA we're talking about. Panda did a few videos on these. If anyone is interested, they came out during the boom of the COVID era. And so they were super expensive and they still are expensive. You can get them still, but they're rather high. So on Tribus, it does 30 mega hash at 10 watts. So it does around the same mega hash, but it is double the power of the Squirrel Acorn. But it can do that algo. Yeah. Mikkel, I don't know if have you hooked it up? And I don't remember seeing any videos from you on the AM01. It's the USB one. All right. And so that's kind of it for the FPGA topics. The other thing I wanted to talk about, and I've been best FPGA for a noob, depending what you want. If you want something that you want to tinker with, I'd recommend the Squirrel FK33. If you want a standalone unit, then I would recommend one of the Osprey machines. The E100, I like the VU33P. I have a E300 VU33P, which is this one. I also have the E300 VU35P, which is this one. I like the 33P better. You can run the clocks a lot higher, and it doesn't consume that much heat. The fans don't have to run as hot. I'm in the southern US, so temps are stupid hot. Yeah, so Mikhail, I was just talking about the VU7P as well a little bit ago, the 7P and the 11P. So hopefully those will be coming soon as well, along with some additional new units. I would say from a starter FPGA, the E100 VU33P is probably the best deal. The 7, 11, 13. We actually just went over the new footprints that they're supporting. So they're supporting A, B, C, and D on the footprints, which is going to be super nice. And Mikhail, I don't know if you saw, but I did pull up the 7Ps you can get for $500 right now on eBay. The 9Ps are $700 with the new footprint that they're supporting. And the 11Ps are $2,300. So yeah, there's that. Hey, Randy, thanks for jumping in. Hope you guys are doing well. So the other topic I wanted to, the other topic I wanted to talk about is Bitmain, the DR7, and the shenanigans that they have pulled with SC Prime. If you guys aren't following, there was so Bitmain reached out to SC Prime, and there's an SC Prime community call that happened last week, I believe, where the CEO talked about all this. But SC Prime was on a path to move from proof of work to be a token on Solana. So currently, SC Prime is mineable with all of the SIA coin miners. That is changing. So Bitmain had created, if we can hop on over to ASIC miner value, Bitmain had created a DR line dating way back for Decred. And let's see if my search works. So you're going to see the DR3, which came out in 2018. The DR5 came out in 2021. The DR7 is now coming out this year. This was created for the Decred algorithm that Decred decided to fork off of earlier this year. So what it looks like is Bitmain had created ASICs for that, had no way of selling these ASICs. And so they went to SC Prime and they said, hey, can we convince you guys to stay proof of work? And can we convince you to change your algorithm to this algorithm? And Bitmain agreed, or SC Prime agreed. And so they are now forking. They've already implemented it, I believe, in testnet. They're switching their algorithm from the SIA coin algo to the old Decred algo. So that means anybody that bought like the SC Lite, any of the SC miners, those will now only be able to mine SIA. They will not be able to mine SC Prime very soon. And so if we take a look at SC Prime hash rate, there's currently 1.8 petahash on the network that is going to have to move to SIA. And so SIA currently has 40 petahash. So it may not look like a bunch, but you're going to get an influx of an additional 2 petahash that moves over to SIA. So that is going to happen. Unfortunately, Bitmain had enough pull to make SC Prime change their mind and switch the algo. So that did happen. All All right, and it looks like it is 5 o'clock Central, so I'm going to run the giveaway. Again, pinned at the top of the chat is the link to the giveaway. Link to the video. Go comment, subscribe, like that video, leave a positive comment. Make sure hashtag RMT is included in your comment. And we're going to pick a winner, and we're just going to make sure it's not Craig. It's the only rules of the day. Let me... Oh, you want me to talk about RXD? So, RXD is an interesting one. I don't know who the ASIC manufacturer is. I don't know if it's a Bitmain. I don't know if it's Gold Shell. I don't know if it's Baikal. I don't know. If it was going to be anybody, my guess would be Baikal, because they have a history of building multi-algorithm ASICs. And I could very much see them having a unit that mines Radiant, Kylecoin, and Lithium. The interesting thing to point out with Kylecoin, do this before we get on that topic of the giveaway, is so Kylecoin's on Flex now. However, it was on SHA-3D. Red Block is also on SHA-3D. Red Block came out a while ago. It's on the same algo. My FPGAs could not mine it. The bitstream wouldn't work with it. There were some discussions in the Osprey Discord about it, but in the end, they couldn't mine. So it's interesting to see that all that hash rate that was on Kylecoin did not move to Red Block. So I don't know if they're still trying to tweak that or if they've just taken that hash rate and shifted it to a different coin that I'm not seeing. But that is something to keep an eye on as well. Now, Red Block is a very tiny coin. It doesn't have much. It's only on non-KYC exchange. So something to keep an eye out on. All right, let me grab the video link. And alrighty. All right, 28 comments. All right, Diesel8466. Are you in chat? Please say you're in chat. We'll give him a minute. I did post this earlier on Twitter, and hey Diesel. All right, thanks. Hey, congrats on winning. Can you DM me? You can DM me either on X or on Discord. Just DM me your info, screenshot of your account, verify identity, and I will get it sent out to you. All right. AMA time. Does anybody have any questions? All right, I'm scrolling up through chat. Panda said, do you believe it's FPGA or ASIC still for Radiant? ASIC. Either an ASIC or some type of hybrid unit, like the Bicles that I have a Bicle, right? I can log into that thing. It's 36. Yep. So this unit, Now this was marketed as an ASIC, but it's more of a hybrid unit. And so with this one, Rick, I conned Rick into selling this one to me. So this one's a little, it's a little different. It's not like a ASIC in the pure sense, but what you can see is it supports all these algos. So it's not locked down to a specific algo. Michael did this when they were creating their ASICs in 2018. So the Giant X10, which is form factor of like an S9, it's basically a scaled down version of this unit. This is the BKG28, which was like their high end unit. But it supports all these algos. So I have it on Grotel, which is the best, what I say is the best algo. It's uses the least power. It only uses like 400 watts for 28 gigahash. So it does really well. But it also supports qubit and Skeen. So if I want to mine Digibyte, I can mine them on either of those algos. It supports X11, but it's nowhere near powerful enough to compete with the Bitmain X11 ASICs. So for that reason, I mainly... All right, thanks, Alex. We'll start from the beginning now. Hope you're having a good 4th. So this is one of those things that, like, I like these. Oh boy. Super chat from Wick's wife. Who are you looking forward to seeing in Nashville the most, and why is it the Wicks? Do I have to pick a Wick? Is the question. Or can I just group you two together? Randy, it says Randy. Emma's not saying it's Emma. I thought Emma would be jumping at that. We're calling it the Emma conference, aren't we? Let it slide. I'm not choosing between the two Wicks. Not happening. So someone sent your plane ticket. Yeah, right. Speaking of which, if anybody is interested in going to BTC Nashville, Layla Mining is giving away a industry pass, which is like the $3,000 ticket to BTC Nashville. If you go on X, on Layla Mining's X account, they've partnered with somebody that's giving away a industry pass. So it's a three-day pass, includes all the VIP events and everything for anybody that's interested. So I entered the giveaway in hopes I can get the industry pass. If not, I have general admission, so I will be there regardless. The Tau hack, yes. So Craig asked what I thought about the Tau hack. So for those that don't know, the other day, Crypto Craig's favorite coin, BitTensor, some of their validator nodes got hacked, and they froze the chain. And their exact words were not very pleasant. They basically said, everything will be okay. We firewalled the blockchain. So how the devs have full control over basically firewalling the entire blockchain is beyond me. Obviously, there's an issue with their validator code if the nodes got hacked. I don't know the exact details around the hack. None of that information has been shared that I know of. And so I don't personally run a validator node for Tau. I don't know what's involved in it. I've never really looked into it. But yeah, that did happen 2 days ago. So there was a lot of things going on, and I don't know if the price has recovered. During that, I just put out an update advising people not to try to send funds because they firewalled the blockchain. Anything that you would have sent would have just got hung up on the ledger probably. But any on-exchange trading would have been fine during that period, assuming they didn't lock down the wallet. So if we go back to the 7-day, this is when, I think this is when it happened, July 2nd. Yeah, today's 4th. Yeah, so this is when the hack happened. It happened in that afternoon, and you could see the price tanked. It went from 266 down to like 240. And then it's basically remained pretty much sideways since then. I'm still waiting on an update from them. I don't know what's happening. I do know that they recently added some more subnets. They're targeting 30 subnet on Tau. I'm kind of staying away from Tau right now. And this is at the same time that ASI is trying to launch, which is interesting because it coincides with the exact date of the merger of Singularity and Ocean Protocol into FET. So not saying it was targeted or anything, but it's very coincidental that all of this happened at the same time. Let's see here. Yeah, Alex got it right. Yeah, you apply ACL rules to decentralized network. That's the point, right? Like, I don't know how centralized this thing is now after all of that. Like, it's crazy. And they said, don't worry, we've identified the validators that were hacked. How do you know for sure those were the validators? Are you going through and validating every transaction manually and trying to find any sketchy transactions? Like, what? I don't understand what they're trying to do. I really don't. Yeah, ASI scares me. I'm not a fan of trying to create one big. See, Emma gets it. Yeah, Emma Conference 2024. That's where we're going. ASI really scares me. I don't see a need for one big powerhouse in the AI/machine learning industry and crypto. Like, everybody can coexist in their own world. Like, it doesn't need to be, we don't need somebody to control everything. All right. Oh my gosh. Hey, Randy. Let's see here. So Panda, back to your earlier question. I do not think it's FPGA. I'm not sure if it's an ASIC. It could be some type of hybrid. Locotex doing the same thing. Locotex design isn't a straight ASIC. It is more of an SoC style chip. And so they're going to be using that thing for edge AI compute along with Litecoin mining. So it's not, a lot of these companies are trying to pivot their hardware so that it's adaptable because of the state of mining right now. Let's see here. What can I say? You want Panda, go enter the giveaway. Oh, yeah, Alex, go enter the giveaway. Panda, go enter the giveaway. If you want to be in Nashville, can make it happen. I mean, I'm sure the flight's not that much. The ticket's like $3,000, but I'm sure the flight's not much. It is on here. I can pull it up and just post that in chat. I think it's on Layla Mine. I think I reposted it earlier. Yeah. All right. So for anybody that wants to try to win an industry pass to the BTC conference, there's a link. You can go to that and follow the rules, and you have a chance of winning a industry pass, which is like a $2,500 ticket to BTC Nashville. That is being given away from Layla Mining and also some miner company in Shenzhen. I don't know the exact company. Wifey will give it the wick. All right. And if you guys are going to be in Nashville for the BTC conference and you want to go to the Litecoin conference, I believe Randy has a link with a referral code. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, it's this one. That is the link to the Litecoin conference. And then there is also there's a couple other what I'll call VIP events going on at the same time that week. Actually, in fact, the same day as the Litecoin conference, there's some mining project VIP events that are going on. So some of us pop out to those VIP events. Not 100% sure yet what the plan is on those days. But for any of the mining YouTubers that are going to be in Nashville, I know that Tara's coming to Nashville. So you might be seeing some content with Flux and maybe some other projects. And so that's going to happen. Let's see here. Were there any questions I missed? So, Amy, did you research Tau at all? I know that Craig and I brought it up to you. I'm just curious what your thoughts were. All right, I think I'm caught up on chat. Yeah, okay. Oh gosh, Alex is sending people hats. I feel like Alex should tell us why he's not coming to Nashville. That's what should happen. Yeah, I got your message, Diesel. Thanks. Oh gosh, Craig, is GPU mining dead? So, I am currently shopping for GPUs, as a matter of fact. So, is it dead? And am I an idiot? Possibly. I'm still very much heavy FPGA and CPU. My ASICs are very little. The GPU side, I'm looking at scaling out a few machines with some FPGA or with some GPUs rather. And that's mainly because of my power situation and me trying to diversify across everything. That is kind of the plan. Am I just gonna shut off a project? Yeah, Amy, it's it's a lot. Like there's a lot of concerns. We can talk. We can talk since Wick's wife's here. We can talk Caspa and Marathon having 60 petahash and the total network only being 370 petahash. And F2 pool already having 41% of the hash rate. Like, that's a problem. I mean, Litecoin and BTC aren't much better. I know you. I mean, Litecoin, like if you look at Litecoin, between the top two pools, they have 50% of the hash rate. So it wouldn't take much to move hash rate from one pool to another. That's the concerning part about ASIC mining. And BTC, Craig's gonna feel attacked here, but Foundry and Antpool get all the blocks. And so it wouldn't require much to cause a shift. It would be super expensive if you're trying to rent that hash rate to make it happen. But a bunch of people move from Antpool to Foundry, it becomes an issue, potential issue. So, and I know a lot of people have been asking about bells lately since they're adopting the Doge merge mining protocol. So they have decent volume. It's like $100,000 a day. It's not enough to like make a difference really. Like people think that it's going to be a go-to and it's going to have Doge level profitability for script miners, but at $100,000 a day, it's not going to really do that. And if you look, non-KYC has 97,000 of that, just crazy to me. The only two exchanges it's on is non-KYC and ZegX. So, let's see. Yeah, Craig. Like that's my concerns, right? Are around those coins, and then it gets a lot worse when you get into smaller coins. Like talked about this earlier, but Radiant. And this is a little deceiving, but you've got two pools that have all the hash rate, but you got one miner. So there's one miner that has all this hash rate. He's just split across the two pools. So that one, I know they've got inner dealings with Radiant, so I'm not going to get into that anymore. But and then I haven't checked Elf lately. Yeah, I mean, Hero Miners has 57% of the hash rate on Elf. Again, Elf though, this one's hard to tell because they have a bunch of. Thanks for stopping in, Randy. Appreciate you guys. Elf has a lot of. I shouldn't say a lot. They have several chains, and the pool has to decide what chain it's hashing against. So I do know that the dev for Viper said that they switch at every block. They look at the difficulty, and they always hash on the chain with the lowest difficulty. So that's how that one works. I don't know how Hero Miners and other pools are doing it. So I guess we'll kind of have to wait and see with those ones. If they tell us, I don't know. It's rather surprising. We haven't seen pools that allow the miner to say the chain they want to mine on for Alephium. It's kind of weird. All right. And then the other thing I want to talk about is what I'm currently mining. So I have, many of you probably don't know, but the day Oval passed away, him and I were having conversations around building out a new Spec mining rig. And I've been working on building that out quietly, not really talking about it. But essentially what it is it's a machine of 3 GB cards that would essentially be free to use on MMPOS because MMPOS does not charge you for 3 GB VRAM or less cards, no matter how many you have. They also don't charge you for CPU. So we were head down the path of we wanted to build the ultimate spec mining machine for that kind of like at-home miner. So this all happened when HiveOS increased their fees, and we looked at MMPOS and we said, oh, this would be really cool. And, we were originally thinking P106s, but there's actually a different card that was never sold retail. It was only put in PCs, and it has GDDR6 RAM. It is 3 gigs. It's essentially it's pretty much a 5500 XT with 3 gigs of RAM. And so what I'm doing is right now I have that machine on. All right, Randy, go feed Emma. Keep Emma happy. I will. I'll see you guys later this month in Nashville. I am taking that. I've taken that rig, and I'm still scaling out the GPUs, but it is up and running. And every week, it is cycling through all of the Kapow coins that have a 3 gigabyte memory requirement or less. So what you see here these are all of the Kapow coins. I've taken them and I've sorted them by hash rate, network hash rate, low to high. And I am basically cycling through those every week. How many watts do those cards use? Let me see. Let me pull them up. They have okay. So the TDP on them is 100 watts. Let me log in MMPOS and see the actual draw with them tweaked. And the interesting thing with these is I'm actually getting higher hash rate than I do on my 5500s. The cards are 65 watts. That is software number. So it's probably close to like 80-ish per card on Kapow. So they're doing extremely well. And I spun up new wallets for everything, and everything that I'm mining with those is being held. None of that stuff is hidden in the exchange. So at some point in the future, we will probably do a video just kind of recapping what that rig build looks like and what the coin accrual looks like. This machine, I didn't have an intention to necessarily build this, but when everything happened, then we had talked about it. I basically set out and said I'm going to build it in honor of him, and so that's what we did. 20 GPU rig. That's Panda. That is all Panda. Don't bring me into that, Dan. Do not bring me into that. All right. Oh, I see Wifey Wick made an X account just for the giveaway. Nice. All right. Any other questions? I think Hawk is going live in a couple hours. Oh, how many cards? It's going to be a 12 card rig. So it's on an open airframe. And there's 2 on the motherboard and then 10 across the mounting mechanism for the GPUs. I was the first person. I feel special. I feel special. Yeah, so that unit is 12 cards. And if I can get a hold of another Squirrel Acorn, I might put one in it. They're so hard to find. There's no eBay sold listings of them in the past year. When Light X came out, if you guys aren't familiar with Light X, let me pull that up. Essentially what happened was when the Acorn flopped, everybody had these FPGA chips, didn't really know what to do with them. And so Enjoy Digital, which made Light X, made it so that you could flash it onto the Squirrel Acorn. Now you can also flash this into the generic ones that I was talking about earlier. So essentially what you end up with is you end up with a Linux kernel running on the FPGA. And you can, they actually give you instructions that if you want to splice in a SATA data cable into the PCIe connector, you can do that so that you can run an actual hard drive on it. And you can literally run your own Linux distro on it. And everything runs on the FPGA itself. It's essentially like RISC-V running on just the FPGA. Yeah, Panda, 20 GPU rig. Is it done? Is it done? I know you have the GPUs. I know you have all the time in the world. Let's hear. Wick, I understood some of those words. Sorry, Wick. I know it's a very technical stream. Let's hear. The other thing that I'm running that probably nobody knows about are the Intel NUCs. So I bought, let me find that. They're on Amazon. There is a, let me find compute element. Here, is this? No, that's the wrong one. Really? They're not on here anymore. All right, let me find one on eBay. All right. I'm just going to pull this one up. This is an example of one. Don't get scared by the price. There are multiple generations of these. And that's pretty, let me find a different one. Find the Pro one, I guess. This one. Okay. So this is what I have. So you can't really see the inside of this thing, but essentially what it is it's, you can consider it similar to the BC250s if you want. And it is essentially it's a full PC in a PCIe form factor. So it's a double slot. The PCIe slot is only used for power. It's not used for anything else. So right now I have this thing. I'll tell you why nice hashtags here in a minute. I have this on a riser and no data cable coming out of the riser. So the riser is just getting power. And then this takes a CPU power connector on the back. And in this is a 8-core, 16-thread Xeon processor that is 65 watt TDP. It does really well on Varus. This is, you can't really see the inside of it. They don't have a picture of the inside, but essentially it has 2 NVMe slots in it. And the Squirrel Acorn FPGA, I have in one of those PCI or one of those M.2 slots. So what I'm running on this is I'm mining Varus with all 16 threads. I have a large NVMe that is providing storage on the storage network. And I'm also mining that Innova with the FPGA on it. And so my plan is to actually get 11 or get 9 more of these and put them on so the rig that I built, the oval rig that I built, it's a stackable frame. So I want to stack another frame on top of it with 10 of these. I already have one running. The price is high, but I lowballed them an offer and they countered with a really low price. And so I'm able to pick these up for pretty cheap compared to what the list price is here. You can see they have 83 of them available. Now, the other thing that they sell along with it is other items is this. So this is actually a GPU adapter for it. So you slot, basically what you do is you slot that unit here, the compute blade, you slot here, and then you can put a GPU here, or you have a X4 slot as well. And these are sold in a bundle of 10 or a bundle of 5. So that's why the price is a little high. But you actually get 5 of these with an order. So this allows you to run any GPU you want on it. So essentially with those, you get what you have with the BC250, except you have a more powerful CPU and you have the ability to run any GPU you want. So I'm running those as well. Let's see here. Nice hash. You want to talk nice hash? All right. Nice hash is okay for beginners. Like, I'm one of those people that I pick and choose what I want to mine. If you're just trying to stack Bitcoin, nice hash is good. Unmineable is good. Zerg pool, Z pool, those are all good options. I personally like Rainbow Miner the best. Rainbow Miner will aggregate together everything for you and mine to the best pool based on the pay rates of the actual pool, not necessarily the pay rate from the mining calculators. Nice hash is not going off of the price of the coin when you're mining for the exchange rate. It's going off what the buyer is willing to pay for that hash rate. So at times you might get more than you typically would, but a lot of times it would be less than if you mined it directly. Hey, Travelers, good to see you. Stephen, I always have to be different. Yeah, yes. Everything I do, I can't do the same as anybody else. It has to be different. That's absolutely right. Yeah, and look, we can talk about Nice Hash when you're here. In fact, Nice Hash will probably be here at the BTC conference. I don't know if they'll be at the Litecoin one or not. Bacon, Eggs, and Hash says you are gonna get some more phones. Nice. I actually turned on some tablets the other day. So I have Amazon Fire tablets. I put them on Varus as well. So they're hashing away. Amy, if you want to know a coin to research Varus. I would love to hear your unbiased opinion on Varus, because I'm probably the most biased person here when it comes to that coin. That is one that I would recommend researching. I will never not have hardware on Varus. So this is the coin, Amy. Research it and let me know your thoughts. I'm genuinely interested in your thoughts. Maybe we can do a stream, have a conversation on what you think of Varus, especially from the trader side of things. They're doing a lot of things on chain that aren't actually tracked through CoinMarketCap. So they all their DeFi, they have automated market making and everything like within the wallet on their chain. And a lot of that doesn't reflect on the price aggregators. So let's see here. Yeah, so the tablets, that's the other thing that I've never really talked about on the channel, but I've covered phones a lot on the channel. Everybody knows that. But tablets are another good method if you have them. In fact, I started mining with tablets before I was mining with phones. The reason I got into phones was I was originally headed down the tablet route, and then I realized I could fit more phones in that same amount of space and get the same hash rate. So ultimately, when I was looking at building out my phone farm and everything, I was looking at essentially what the best value was for the lowest price. And so I started with like Amazon Fire tablets, because during like Black Friday and various holiday sales, you can get those at cheap prices, like $30, $40. The smaller ones you can get even cheaper. And so I started just buying those, testing hash rate, and then I eventually started buying all the cheaper phones until I found the best phone that you could buy new on Amazon or at like Walmart, an available phone that you could get for the cheapest price with the best hash rate. And ultimately, that's what led me to the A03S. There's a lot of phones like within a $10 to $20 range from the A03S that do very well, that do very good as well. The other thing I'm doing with phones, I haven't really talked about, is Acurest. So this is still in testnet, but I currently have 4 phones on it. These are all actually TCL phones. So these are all quad core phones. They're lower end phones that I previously had mining on Varus, but I decided to take them, throw them on this platform. I know that Max has talked about this platform. Luke Wright has covered this platform as well. If you're going to be at Litecoin Summit, he'll be there. Be sure to meet him. He's the one that I got the Cell Hasher from. He runs cellhasher.com. He's also a Litecoin developer. So if you're popping out to the Litecoin Summit, make sure you meet him. He's done some good videos on this as well. Essentially, they're trying to do supercomputing with mobile phones. And so this is a lot of, hey, we've got all these extra CPUs around the world, from phones that might have cracked screens, things like that. Let's load this app on it and let it provide compute. And that's what this is. So right now it is in testnet. It's going to run on the Polkadot network, I believe. And so right now I'm just accumulating these tokens. And it's really neat because from a developer standpoint, if I want to run Cell Hasher the bus, so the Cell Hasher works. What I couldn't get working was I couldn't get the power. So you have to solder in a power connector to replace the battery. And I could not get that to work on the A03Ss I have. Luke and I went back and forth on a few of it and a few different phones, and we just couldn't make it work. I think if I was running a different phone, it would probably be okay. The other option you have is you can just do power through USB. But if you're mining Varus, it's draining the battery faster than it can charge it through that USB port. And that's what it boiled down to. In fact, these 4 phones are all in the Cell Hasher, and they stay 100% charged all the time. So it is still a good case for other use cases. It's just, I think the specific phones I had, probably not ideal for. There are other phones that it can work with, though, and maintain those charges. And these phones that I have in it are a prime example of that. The other option you could have, too, is you could, because you can centrally control it, you could have it mine for an hour, have it stop the miner, let it charge for 15 minutes, and then let it mine again. That's another option you could do with it. And I may look at creating some scripts for that, but I just haven't had time to get to that. And so, but with this, when you create a deployment, you actually have the option to deploy it to a single processor. So like if I knew Max's processor ID, I could actually run this against his processor, processor being his phone. So if I wanted to test, and you can run anything, like this thing's using an API to Binance to grab ticker prices. But you can basically send that job to that phone. I can tell it whether I want it to run recurringly or one time, hit publish deployment. And here you can see I use that token that I'm getting to run those jobs. I can also, if I'm just testing something, I see my own device list here, and I can pick and choose what devices and just have it run on my own devices. So that is another option as well. Or you can just run it on the global network. So it's a pretty neat platform. I haven't dug too deep into it yet, other than I am still messing around with it, just running the processors. It is running jobs. So it's been doing good. So that's been running. Wingbits is another one. Anchor. Yes. So Wick, I don't know if you saw my phone farm video, but I actually run Anchor chargers on that full phone farm, and it has never lost a charge. The solar ones. Can you send me a link? I don't think I've ever looked at the solar ones. The ones I use are like the 60 watt. They have like 6 USB ports on them, and they're 60 watts. Those ones work really well. I mine on all 8 cores without any issue on those ones. All right, let's see. Gary Network. I never heard of that one. Let me take a look. Let me take a look. Is this it? This is it looks like another streaming platform, Web3 streaming platform. All right, see you, Amy. Have a good day. Yeah, I'll take a look at this and see. The other platform that I like too is Joystream and Gleave. So Gleave is the front end for Joystream. In fact, all of my YouTube videos sync over. Okay, thanks, Wick. All of my YouTube videos sync over to Gleave, and you can earn crypto with that as well. So it's Gleave. And then you can also spin up community tokens. Like I spun up a community token over here. It's literally like you don't have to do anything to do it. It spins it up like immediately. But this is a platform that you can sync your content to. And I'm not signing in right now, but you can sync your content to, and then you can see that like all my videos are syncing over there. For so many views, you get paid in their crypto. And so my YouTube videos auto sync there, I earn their crypto, which is on it's on the Joystream network, and Joy is supported by OneKey. So I can store it all on my hardware wallet. And then they also support like creating NFTs. Like you can take your videos and create NFTs from them. You can create your own like community token, and then that's pretty much it. But it's mainly for pre-recorded content. It does. I'll post it on the network. It's very similar to Library, And they do give you like $5 credit when you sign up so that you don't have to pay. So you don't have to go and get crypto to pay any of the gas fees for any of the setup stuff. So it's pretty neat. The onboarding process was super cool. I really like that part of it, where they basically give you a wallet that has crypto in it that lets you set everything up. I got you, Wick. Yeah. Yeah, let me take a look. Yeah. Whenever you send it over, I can take a look and see. Yeah, JoyStream's cool. Especially that library is just kind of like blah now. They also do pay you for every video that syncs across. It's not a lot, but you get like a few cents here or there for every video that syncs. And it's a built-in synchronizer, so you don't have to like manually upload or anything. So this is a good platform as well, but it's not for live streams. It's just for recorded content. Let's see. Any other questions? Yeah, bacon, eggs, and hash. That's good. It works similar to Rumble from like the synchronizer standpoint. There's really not too much different, but Rumble is more of they pay you in fiat once you hit a certain threshold. With this, you actually get like the credit like instantly in your account. So when I set it up, if you sign up with a username and password, they actually give you like a web wallet tied. You want to talk Digibyte? Yeah, let's talk Digibyte. So when you sign up with a username password, they'll give you like a web wallet that you can use. And at any time, you can do a transfer from that to like an exchange or a hardware wallet or whatever. Or if you already have a JoyStream wallet, you can set up with that from the get-go. No. If you delete it from YouTube, it does not delete. It is stored on the blockchain. So it's similar to like the library synchronizer, where it's basically all it's doing is it's monitoring for new videos that get posted on YouTube, and then it's sending them over. Now, the video has to be public. So if you mark it as like private or members only, those aren't going to pull over. Oh, wick. All right, show. Let's talk Digibyte. So there's a lot of drama going on with Digibyte right now. For those that don't know, there was a lot of backlash towards Jared Tate, the co-founder of Digibyte. And he had basically said that he's stepping away from the project. He's basically he's still gonna, I guess, kind of like be there, but he's not going to be doing development anymore. He's not controlling the GitHub anymore. So long story short, somebody that was contributing code got banned from the GitHub, and it caused this big uproar. But in addition to this, over the past several years, you may have noticed that there hasn't been a release on Digibyte. So actually, let me get my pull sets. So if we pull up Digibyte and you look at the GitHub, the last release was in 2019. And you can see the GitHub is now archived. This is not indicative of development work that has been going on. They have been developing for the past 3 years, to the point where they spun up a whole new protocol, new pools, everything over the past month. and I've been helping them test with that. So they've introduced a whole new, basically, protocol for addresses, but they're still going to support the legacy addresses. They've implemented Taproot. Basically, all of the latest and greatest changes that have been applied to Bitcoin have been, Brad Johnson, thanks for stopping in, have been applied. I'm not going to say secretively, but they've been applied kind of in developer branches, things like that, with the expectation that the next rollout is going to be a big bang upgrade to Digibyte. And it's pretty much ready to be activated on mainnet. They've gone through some final testing. They were looking for some help with some hash rate, which I helped them with a couple of the algos, like the Bytecode I showed earlier. It's like the only ASIC that supports one of their algos. And so I threw some hash rate at them to help them finish testing because they were having some wallet issues. And they needed some load testing done on the various blocks. So we did that. They are close to basically activating it. However, what has come up recently is the coming out of all this drama has also been the talk of, should we make Digibyte proof of stake? And there's somebody that is one of the developers, and he has created his own proof of stake coin. He did this a while ago. And he's advocating to make Digibyte proof of stake. It's not saying it's going to happen, but there are a lot of talks happening that some people are of the mindset that if you make it proof of stake, that people will be more willing to hold on to their coins and stake them, causing the price to go up versus miners mining it and selling the coins. So there's kind of this great divide right now that basically Jared has stepped back and said, you know what, it's too expensive for me to develop on. We don't have the funding. And so I'm going to basically step back. Community is going to need to make a decision. The wiki site has actually, I think it's gone away. Yeah. They removed, or they modified the wiki site. They said they were going to. Let's hear. They may have not changed everything yet, but they said that they were going to make some changes to this, mainly around like the community and some of the other things. One of the things, Panda, don't make me ban you. I made you a mod this stream. Don't make me ban you. So this is, although Panda, we can talk about the HODL tax that was proposed on Bitcoin. Not sure if you heard about that one. So there's a lot going on with Digibyte. It's kind of what it boils down to. So Traveler's Travel. I know you want to pull. I might spin it back up. I was having problems bringing it back online for some reason, but I just need to take a look. The Stratum was having issues connecting to the node. Just know that when this change gets rolled out, there's a very good chance like my pool may not work with Digibyte anymore. It may need like a big overhaul. So that's why I haven't spun it up yet. But I'll look at adding it back in for SHA-256. Let's see here. All right, let's talk. So Alex, you'll like this one. So let's talk about the HODL tax. There was a proposal. I don't know if it was an official proposal yet, or if it was just like the idea was thrown out there, that there should be a HODL tax on Bitcoin. Meaning if you hold coins in your wallet and you don't touch them, you don't touch those inputs, that when you go to spend them, or actually not even when you go to spend them, just at some point in time, that you will be charged a tax and you will lose a portion of those coins. They'll get burned, basically. Well, they'll be sent to miners as part of like the block reward. So what'll happen is they'll take, let's say the span is 6 months. They'll take the average transaction fee for the span of that 6 months, and that's what you have to pay. So if it was during the bull market and fees are through the roof because everybody's transacting, you're going to lose that amount of money out of your wallet. And the whole idea is they don't want people there. There's a big community that's trying to advocate for actual usage on Bitcoin and not just holding as a store of value. So, and it's because, Litecoin has now surpassed them in usage across the world with BitPay and with everything. And so I think they're trying to get back to the point. Yeah, it is. It won't pass. It'll never get approved. But that is what they're trying to do. Yeah, of course you like it. Of course you like it. This coming from the guy who loves the fact that you can lose your coins in your Ergo wallet for not touching them. Of course. All right. Yeah, no, I know. It is. It's a store of value. I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to make sure that there's usage on the network. And MEV. Oh, yeah, we didn't talk about Pigeon. So since Panda's still here, let's talk about Pigeon. So Panda, you want to know what I'm currently doing to Pigeon? Let's take a look at the price. Let's see what's happening with the price first. Go. So it's up 5% today. Go. All right. Coincidentally, it went up prior to me going live. So I'm going to tell you guys what I'm doing. So right now, if we hop on over to hashrate.no, take a look at FPGAs. Take a look at the E300. Now this is the VU35P E300. So with this, I am currently mining one of these coins. I'm mining Etika, and I am every day. Well, I shouldn't say every day. Periodically, with all of my 300s, I'm swapping Etika for Pigeon. So what you're going to start seeing, Pigeon price go up randomly because I'm buying up the Pigeon using my FPGA. But if we hop on over to CoinGecko, take a look at Etika, you can see what has happened the past 7 days on Etika, mainly the past right here. So there you have it. There is also a broken protocol on Pigeon. So Alex, talking to you here. There's a broken protocol with the node structure on Pigeon. You can spin up right now. You can spin up a node and shut it down, and you will continue to get rewards infinitely until they fix the protocol. And so if you have a handful of different IP addresses, you basically spin up a node for each million coins you have, and you spin up a node. Literally, it could be the same VPS if it's different IPs, and spin it up, let it activate on chain, and then basically re-image the server, spin up a new one under a new IP, and then you can run as many nodes as you want without actually having to run the hardware. You didn't hear that from me. But that will be fixed in the next upgrade. But it's been this way for a couple years, I will say. And I've been taking advantage of it for a couple years. No, it can't be the same collateral. The collateral will get locked. So if you have 5 million, you could spin up 5 nodes and only need 1 VPS. And then at the end, you could shut down the VPS. Like you could spin it up on Volter, and then you can spin it up on Volter or DigitalOcean, and then don't pay for advance, just do like the hourly rate, and then do a server destroy, and then spin up a new one, which will get a new IP. Register that one, do a server destroy, then do another one. But yes, you have to have the collateral still for it. So there's your tidbit of the day. Not advocating for it, just saying you can do it. That's all I'm saying. All right, it's been almost 2 hours. Any final questions? Panda doesn't even know how to turn on his servers. It's fine. He doesn't. You want to talk about salad? You want to talk about salad? I'll talk about salad. I don't care. Sure. Let's talk about salad. So I ran. So believe it or not, I ran salad. I won't talk about Vast. That ain't happening. Alex, hey Alex, do you have tickets? If you're Alex, legit, if you're going, let me know. Because some things changed today that I might have a place downtown, at least for a couple days. So hit me up. Oh. If you come to, yeah, okay. If you end up getting tickets, let me know. It's fine, Smoky Dan. Everybody knows about this. Everybody knows about the pigeon thing. That's fine. So, all right. All right. Oh my gosh. Anyone wants to talk Flux too? All right. All right. We can talk Flux first, I guess. So Flux is doing so I haven't been keeping up with it as much, but from my understanding, Flux Edge, if that's the right name, I'm sorry. They have so many names going on right now. I know you're trying to stir the pot, but they're actually launching something on Monday. So it's actually pretty worthwhile. And Alex, you're in chat, so you can correct me if I get these terms wrong. But Flux is starting up basically like this voucher program, I think, for people to start running some test jobs that can happen, I think, starting on Monday. And so people like you and me will be able to run our own jobs if we want to. And since y'all want me to talk about all these proof of useful work, so I'm going to throw Dynex in there too. Dynex, so a lot of people don't know this. I have developer access to Dynex. So I have a dev account at Dynex. I have had that for months, probably at least 6 months. And so I've been privately running just various tasks, helping them with testing, quantum jobs. And so that's actually the only one I have like real experience with, mainly because I was helping them do some testing and I was doing some testing myself because I was considering that platform early on, maybe using it long term at my company where I work. We do a lot of compute level stuff that we're currently running from AWS, but it's very highly secure data that we can't have going out and having the potential of that data getting inspected by like a container. So like for that, I was doing some quantum matrix testing for them. So I have seen that platform, how it works, the level of performance, all of that. It works great. It's phenomenal. I can't speak to Flux from a end user standpoint. The only thing I've done on the Flux ecosystem was deploy containers. I did deploy a custom container, an app I created. It did not go very smoothly because I was using a local database. And when they do the replication, they basically were copying that database. So, but they weren't replicating the data between the container instances. So for that reason, I could have a bunch of data on one container. And then if that server got shut off and they failed me over to a different provider, all that data would be gone or it'd be completely different data. So for those reasons, it didn't work. I talked to them. Now this was early on with Flux, and this was when they created their MySQL kind of like a packet rerouter that would handle it. But they basically told me I would have to rewrite the entire app using MySQL instead of the data layer I had. And I didn't. Gosh, Joe, you missed the SC Prime rant. It already happened. Sorry. And so I ended up not doing that. I didn't want to rewrite that app just to deploy it on Flux. So that app's on my GitHub. Anybody can run it. It is a profit switcher for Hive OS for anybody that wants to use it. But it's not on that platform because I was not willing to rewrite the entire DAO in MySQL to make it work. So that was really my only experience with Flux. As far as Salad goes, I provided on Salad for a few days, just enough to see what the payout structure was going to be like. So I ran it on a Alienware laptop. So Goat, they did not support Mongo at that time. So Mongo, they did not support Mongo. At that time I think I was using SQLite. Because when I originally created it, it was not intended to be deployed in a high availability environment. It was really just for me. To the merge. Yeah, the merge sucks. I don't know why they're doing that. But so for Salad, I took an Alienware laptop I had. It has a Ryzen 5800H in it and a 3070. And I put that on Salad for maybe like 2 weeks or so. I got to like the $11 payout, did a Amazon gift card, just to see what that process was like. And it all went seamless. Like they sent me the redemption code immediately. Like as soon as I clicked to redeem, I got the redemption code, applied it to my Amazon account. Everything was fine. No problem. I have not tried like PayPal or anything with it. I just did it as a quick test. I didn't want to pull mining hardware off that I had mining. to do that. So that is really the only extent of Salad. And then Vast, I have not even looked at Vast in probably a year. It's been a long time. And that was really just, I ran it for a day just to see the types of jobs that we're running. And I saw the types of jobs that we're running and I killed it because it was doing things like trying to hack BTC private keys and things that I'm against. And so, sure, you can make money from it probably, but that is not what I wanted running. I didn't want to be providing that service to people. So that did not last very long. In fact, that it lasted like a day, if that. And since Joe's here, I think the only other thing is Wingbits. So Wingbits has started. How did I check the jobs? You can, with Vast, you're running the hardware yourself and you're running a Linux distribution and you have full SSH into it. So it was easy enough to SSH into it and see everything that was running. So for Wingbits has not, and I'm not going to bring this up because it'll show my location, but Wingbits has been, I've been running Wingbits for probably 6 months or so. And yeah, I don't want to become that guy. That's right. And they have recently started paying out on 2 Solana wallets on DevNet. And so there's a whole dozen stations. Yeah, I know. So right now I have the airspace for half. So it goes from the airspace that I'm covering is from like it's South Kentucky all the way down almost to 3/4 of the way down into Alabama and then almost over to Chattanooga. So I'm covering probably 3/4 of Tennessee, 3/4 of Alabama, and a little bit of Kentucky with the antenna I have. And I'm just running an indoor antenna that's sitting on my windowsill. So, and the biggest reason I did it was if you do it early, you can claim your airspace. So I claimed the Nashville airport airspace. Apparently that claims it. So that's kind of all that I have with that thing. I don't envision that thing like really working out that well because who's buying that data? Is FlightAware buying that data? Or like who? Because FlightAware is still the go-to. Like I don't know who's I don't know who's buying that data. So we'll see. I am running one. I have it. I've got a little corner that has a Helium IoT hotspot, Joe's favorite project. I've got a Crank hotspot, and I have the Wingbits over there, and then I also have a node device running some master nodes. So those are all just kind of together. Got the antenna set up over there. And today I turned on my Helium mobile phone for the first time in a couple weeks and realized I got airdropped a whole lot of Helium mobile tokens. So that was cool. Joe, did you get airdropped like the Golden Goose thing? Do you still have Helium mobile? I don't even know if you still have it. I got the Golden Goose today, and then I got a couple gooses last week. I didn't realize. So I opened my wallet. I had a whole lot of Helium mobile tokens on it. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, like I didn't even think to check it, and then I saw Chris posted that his Golden Goose screenshot. Ain't been mapping. Yeah, I've been busy at work, so I haven't been like going out and about a whole lot this week. So I had my thing off. Pump and dump. Yep. Those are the types of projects I like. That's what we're here for, Joe. We are toxic people. We're toxic miners. We're toxic crypto degens. This is what we do. Right, Alex? Right, Craig? Great Wick. Wick knows. Nobody's more degen than Wick and his XRP. Okay. All right. I think that's all I got. Anybody else have any questions before we wrap it up? Yeah, I know. I know. I guess I should start mining. Yeah, mine XRP. Suppose I should like be a good person and mod some people. All right. I think we're going to call it. Thanks, everybody. I think Hawk is streaming in like an hour if you guys are looking for a evening stream to go to. Well, thanks for everybody. Thanks for participating in the giveaway. Thanks for subscribing to Amy. We appreciate it. And have a good day.